Hola Stallions, this poema is dedicated to las quesadillas. And I know you have a lot of experience with quesadillas. As children, we tend to eat a lot of quesadillas, don't we? And then as we get older, we make our quesadillas more sophisticated. And we add carne asada or pollo, something like that. Okay, so las quesadillas, we remember queso and a tortilla, and you get a quesadilla. All right, las quesadillas no son complicadas, sino son doradas. Solo el queso con tortilla y así se hace una maravilla. Las de tortillas de maíz siempre me hacen súper feliz. Let's try that again. Las quesadillas no son complicadas, sino son doradas. Solo el queso con tortilla y así se hace una maravilla. Las de tortillas de maíz siempre me hacen súper feliz. Okay, so we're saying quesadillas are not complicated. No son. We remember son as the verb are, A-R-E. So no son, they are not, because it's negative. No, so not. They are not complicadas. That looks like complicated, and in fact, that's what that means. Not a whole lot to a quesadilla, right? Tortilla and queso, and boom, you've got a quesadilla. So they're not complicated. It's not a big, long recipe that we need a whole bunch of different ingredientes. Very simple little combination, magical little combination. And then it says they're not complicated, sino means but rather they are doradas. Now, estudiantes, you already know what dorado means. So you know what doradas means as well. Okay, think back to your colores. When you learned about the colores at the beginning of the año with me, you learned dorado as golden. And so now we're using golden to match up with las quesadillas, complicadas, doradas. Remember how in Spanish it's all about making things match in gender and number. So we think about this, we do the AS hookup, right? We do the AS matchup, and we think, yep, it's as easy as matching socks or matching shoes. If you can match two socks, go, yeah, these form together, then you really have the idea of Spanish. So we had to take complicated and make it plural feminine complicated to describe the plural feminine quesadillas. Same with the golden adjective, had to be plural and feminine to match the plural feminine quesadillas. Okay, and when we talk about a quesadilla being dorada, we can mean two different things. I am referring to the fried ones. So you're probably not used to quesadillas that look like this. You're used to the ones that look like the background picture. But quesadillas can be deep fried, and that's what you got going on here. And when they do that, they form like a little pocket, looks like kind of like a hot pocket or an empanada. And then the cheese inside is all melty, of course. So this is a fried one with a corn tortilla, okay? We tend to think of quesadillas with flour tortillas because if you were to order a quesadilla at most Mexican restaurants around here, you're going to get a really big flour quesadilla, right, on a flour tortilla. It's going to be a half circle, right, and cut up into triangles, into triángulos. Well, in Mexico, many parts of Mexico, they serve their quesadillas only on corn tortillas, not flour. And they're much smaller because corn tortillas are smaller. And then a lot of people will fry them as well, deep fry them for extra goodness. Okay, so it says they're not complicated, but yes, they are, but rather they are golden. Solo el queso con tortilla. Solo in this case means only or just the cheese with a tortilla, right? Y así se hace una maravilla. And you make a marvelous thing out of that. A maravilla is a wonder, a marvelous thing, a wonder. Y así, and in this manner, and like this, se hace, one makes a wonder, a marvelous thing, an act of magic, if you will. Just queso con tortilla, and wow, you get a maravilla, don't you? A quesadilla is a maravilla. Las de tortillas de maíz, so those of corn tortillas, make me super happy. So las de means those of. Those of. I'm using this as a direct object pronoun. Those of. Those ones made of tortillas de maíz. Notice earlier I said tortillas in English. Let's make sure we get it back in Spanish. Las de tortillas de maíz. Tortillas de maíz. Maíz is corn. You'll see the picture of the corn. Tortillas right here. Tortilla de maíz. Tortilla of corn. You might have remembered growing up learning about indigenous groups and how maize was one of their main crops. And maize was corn, if you remember that. So think of the connection. Maize, maíz. Maíz is corn. Siempre me hacen súper feliz. They always, I'm going to jump right here to the they always, and here's they always make me super happy. Okay, this is in the they form. They always make, and then the always is here. Me super feliz. They always make me super happy, feliz. I want to talk to you about siempre for a second. Siempre means always. Whoa. Okay, and if you know the Marines motto here in the United States, it's Semper Fi. Or Semper Fi, depending on how you're pronouncing it. And that really stems from always faithful, always loyal. It's based on Latin, okay? And it is the Marines, the United States Marine Corps' motto. The Marines' motto here in our great country. So Semper Fi, always faithful, always loyal. Fi is a shortcut for fidelis. Fidelis, which means faithful or loyal, okay? Now, they just abbreviate it on the motto and say Semper Fi or Semper Fi. You'll see this on flags. The Marine Corps flags have Semper Fi on them. And you'll also see this, for instance, if you go camping. A lot of Marines like to go camping, and they will proudly display their flag to indicate their loyalty to the Marine Corps of the United States. Marines are extremely faithful to their job and to each other and to their country. That's what makes them such heroes to us. Super hard workers, putting their lives out there on the line for us. So I wanted to make the connection between siempre, always in Spanish, and semper, always in Latin. Remember, Spanish is based on Latin, so it shouldn't be surprising that Spanish is always and Latin's always look very similar, right? That should not surprise us at all. Okay, let's go back to the poema. Las quesadillas no son complicadas si no son doradas. Solo el queso con tortilla y así se hace una maravilla. Las de tortillas de maíz siempre me hacen súper feliz. And one last time, estudiantes. Here we go. Las quesadillas no son complicadas, sino son doradas. Solo el queso con tortilla y así se hace una maravilla. Las de tortillas de maíz siempre me hacen súper feliz. They always make me súper feliz. Gracias.